Hello and welcome to the CIA corner here on TAF TV. Ayo Keme is my name. Now, there's a lot of tension currently going on in Abuja, our police headquarters in Abuja. Now, this tension is in regards to the extension of tenure of our IGP, that is our Inspector General of Police, Mr. Olukayode. Now, it will interest you to know that come September 4th, Olukayode will be 60 years old. But there has been an amended bill to his favor, I must say, because this bill was first presented to the National Assembly July 21st. And this bill have actually passed first, second, and third reading as at when it was last presented, July 31st. Now, this bill is to give an extension to the Inspector General of Police, that is office, to have an extra 4 years to what we have already. And a part of this bill also states that the president has the right to retain the IGP, that is the Inspector General of Police, if he decides to do it. So the president has the power to retain an IGP if he actually likes that person, regardless of the age. Either the person is 35 years of age, even at the maximum 60 years, that the president has the right. Now, that is the part of that bill. Now, just like I told you earlier, our IGP, that is Mr. Olukayode, will be 60 years come September 4th, 2024. But if the president gets to pass this bill into law, that's to say, our IGP, Mr. Olukayode, would have an extension of office regarding the fact that he will be 60 years of age come September 4th. Well, now, just like what I said earlier, now, this bill was first presented, and funny enough, it was passed into law swiftly. It first went through the first reading, second reading, and the third reading. Now, this particular bill sincerely reminds me of the bill as presented by our House of Rep regarding the national anthem. Now, those bills were actually passed swiftly. Even the one that has to do with our prisoners having to indulge in elections. Bills like that were actually passed swiftly. Now, Nigerians will actually ask, why don't we pass bills swiftly like that has to do with the state of the nation? Like the current thing that are currently affecting the very common man on the street. Now, actually borrow the words of our ex-president Olusegun Obasanjo, as at yesterday, he stated it clearly that the reason why Nigeria is where we are today is because of our selfish leaders. Now, always keep a reminder that time is actually a factor. If you're elected or you're given a position, you're expected to execute all your good plans for a span of time, not to come and be seeking for an extension. Though it is actually okay to seek for an extension, but the big question is, why do we keep passing bills that do not get to favor the people? Because just like I earlier said, our ex-president Olusegun Obasanjo stated it clearly that the more reasons why we are where we are as a nation is because we have selfish leaders. We have people that don't want to leave office. Now, take for instance, Mr. Olukayode will be 60 years old come September 4, 2024. And if the president decides to retain him, now, if the president gets to pass this bill into law, now, Mr. Olukayode will have an additional 4 years. That's to say, he will have an additional 4 years to actually run that particular office. All right, now, another question that we're throwing back at our leaders. Now, just like in this case of our IGP, Mr. Olukayode, he will be 60 years. If he has an extension, that's to say he will be 64 when he leaves office. Now, the big question is he the only competent person in our dearest nation, Nigeria? Well, we're not actually attacking this bill because of late, there has been a lot of tension regarding this particular bill of having to extend the IGP's office. But the big question is he the actual person that is he the only one that has the technical know-how to actually run the office of an IGP? Why not give out opportunities to other persons? Okay, let's say the assistant in that particular office to actually run. Let's have a fresh hand rather than having an extension. Let's have a bill get to favor. Now, let me pick it from the angle of the youth. Now, since I'm actually a youth, I actually speak for the benefit of the youth. Now, we grew up with a notion that we are the leaders of tomorrow. But having a 60-year-old man being retained to still sit back as the IGP, he might have the experience, yes. The technical know-how may be there, but at some point we feel our leaders should actually be able to train others rather than retain themselves and give themselves an extension of office. We know of late this particular issue now. I'm not trying to debunk the fact that our ex-president said the reason why Nigeria is where we are today in person of Olusegun Obasanjo is because of our selfish attitude. Now, we could actually cast our minds back now to the days Olusegun Obasanjo actually ruled us. He actually needed an extension of office. So if we're actually talking about being selfish, being self-centered, I would actually say at this point that, okay, as long as you're a leader, I feel this selfish syndromes actually gets to play out, especially being a leader here in our dearest nation, Nigeria. So at this point, we're of the opinion, if they are seeking, if they are actually passing a bill, if our House of Rep members, our senators and the likes of it, even our president are actually passing a bill, I feel this is not time to be seeking for an extension. This is not time for us to actually wanting to stay and because most Nigerians reacting to this particular headline, most of them are of the opinion that, okay, they want to sit back and still cover up the errors they had during their time. They want to still stay back and embezzle money. Now, rather than giving Nigerians this particular notions, why not, okay, bring up a bill that gets to affect the people? So at this point, just like I earlier said, rather than having an extension for our IGP, we should actually look back and see, okay, which other person can actually fill up that gap? Because Nigerians, our leaders are actually giving us a wrong motive, I must say, regarding leadership. Everybody just wants to, okay, maintain their offices and actually get to embezzle funds for themselves. One particular politician will actually be a governor today. Tomorrow, he's a member of House of Rep. Tomorrow, he's a senator. And next tomorrow now, he's actually contesting for a presidency. How far? So at this point, are we asking ourselves this question? Are we actually in a democratic nation? Or we are just hashtagging the democracy to Nigeria? Because it looks as if this is like a family play. It looks as if this is like a family game. Okay, this is my person. I have to retain him and he has to work with me. This is not how it should be. So we have the opinion. In as much as it is okay to actually add, to actually bring up bills that has an extension of office, no doubt. But please, whatever we're doing as leaders, let's consider the poor masses on the streets. All right, that's all we have for you regarding the headlines that are making rounds this very day. Remember, you also can be part of the show. Do have to slide to our comment sections and drop your reactions. Is it very okay for our IGP to have an extension in office? Come on, let me see your reactions on our comment section. My name is Igp'S, and this has been the CIA Corner here on TAF TV. Do well to take care of yourself.